door before you is shut quite tightly. It appears to have a keyhole. The magical key may be of use here.
This magical key, I guess.
You insert the magical key into the hole and turn. You hear the lock come undone with a loud clank. The dragon may be just ahead.
Your companions, you deliver a rousing order. What about your bold and brash? It's the dragon for riches. Otherwise, you realize how afraid you are. Hell no, we aren't afraid.
Now we slay the dragon for riches. On your demotivating words, everyone proceeds through the doorway.
We don't gotta level up. Deep tissue massage. Cure targets of paralysis and freeze. Our blade deals 3 times damage. Only gotta level up. I gotta level up. Kaja! Sure. Why not, dude? Oh, fine. I could try the crystal arrow now, why not? That one, great. Fill the necessary requirements and unlock the Fear Rocks enemy story. Fear Rock, the miner's eternal foe. The easily mistaken for any old rock, one tap of these with a pickaxe can unleash a torrent of pent-up lament into the tunnels. Miners are wont to gripe as they are worked to the bone, but the mines have ears. Fear Rocks are born of rocks that absorb tens of thousands of these idle complaints.
You have finally arrived. Before you stands the dragon you have been searching for. More assassins, the dragon sighs weakly. Whether or not the beast is weak, you care not. You muster up your courage and shout, "Prepare yourself, you big lizard." But the dragon's roar sends your bravery flying with the wind. Your legs tremble in fear. But no matter how scared you are, the dragon will not wait.
Oh, its stats aren't that bad. Can I freeze you? You resist freeze. Oh, okay, cool. Like its first and only attack.
"We shall strike you down," you exclaim, slashing out while cheering on your comrades. But at that moment,
Heal.
Vince appears. Its wounds healed, the dragon looks more lively than before. "You, too, would be troubled without this dragon," he says, standing in your way. Stop spouting nonsense, the normally collected Melanie shouts. It seems Melanie has lost her composure before her mother's killer. She unleashes a fireball imbued with her hatred. But it is repelled by the dragon's tough scales, and the dragon returns the favor by spewing fire from its mouth. You seem to stand no chance against the revitalized dragon. Melanie looks distressed. Vince climbs atop the beast's back. The flapping of the dragon's wings sends forth one wind blast after the next. Stay out of this, Vince commands, then flies off toward the western sea.
Hey, we win. I get a level up, how great. 0 elements, deal 30 plus damage to all enemies. Alright. Membrane recovers 2 HP after turn ends. Also recover 3 HP while attacking.
You worry for Melanie, who has been burnt badly by the dragon's fire. I can't get up, she whispers weakly. Drink this, Bruno instructs, offering her a small bottle. It will help you regain your strength.
Custom supplement. Other Oros concoctions that Bruno imbibes regularly.
Bruno claims he drinks it every day. It is a recipe from his father, that of a custom supplement.
You could take it and quick. If anything, I should take it.
Make her drink it already, you cry, your panicked expression urging Bruno to give Melanie the supplement. Melanie has a bad feeling about it, but downs it all in a single gulp. And suddenly regains her strength. At ease with her recovery, you descend the tower. The ocean spreads out before you to the west, whither the dragon went. Return to shoreland in search of a boat to pursue the dragon.
Sure. Yeah, we could do that. We gained a lot of experience and levels from that.
When you return, Oreo approaches. It seems like something has happened to the town. He says a raging wind blew through and destroyed the town. You surmise the flapping of the dragon's wings is to blame. You explain that you need a boat to go after the dragon, and Oreo's look turns grim. Sensing there may be a problem, you quickly make your way to the wharf. Despite the damage from the violent winds, he seems hopeful that the fish will return, now that the thunderous growls have stopped. A violent wind strong enough to send a ship flying. The night trembles in fear of the dragon's power. The woman says the violent winds stirred up the sea, causing her precious ship to run aground. But if you can return her vessel to the water, she will gladly give you a ride. Your brows furrow, knowing that there is no way you could move a ship. Beside you, Bruno stretches, warming up his body.
And to push the grounded vessels to the shore, land, harbor, into the sea once more.
After striking a fantastic pose to show off his muscles, he charges straight at the boat. No matter how hard he pushes, though, the boat does not budge. It's pointless, you sigh, turning around when a muscle-bound Melanie stands before you. Now it's working, Bruno exclaims, unsurprised at the sight of Melanie. It appears the custom supplement she drank in the tower bulked her up. Let us combine our power, Bruno entreats Melanie. Her whole body racked with chills, Melanie screams out to the sky. You need Melanie's help to catch the dragon. You call out to her.
What do you say to her? I mean, you're saying out of Burlick.
Hoping to distract her from her shame, you shout out complete nonsense.
No,
In the
God.
next instant, you receive a violent punch to the face and are sent flying. You hear your bones creak in a way you've never heard before. But afterward, the two muscle-bound forms work together and return the boat to sea. I will never be a beautiful bride like this, Melanie mutters sadly. You're wrong, Bruno exclaims. Those muscles are the most beautiful thing a bride could ever have. At any rate, you leave the port town and follow the dragon.
Board your new vessel and set off for Shoreland Wharf in the pursuit of the dragon. Fill the necessary requirements and unlock Melanie's flip side story. And Bruno's story. Oh no, she is a musclehead now. This dark and twisty mage harbors a deep-seated grudge against the dragon, but knows her own limits. She desires power enough to slay the dragon with a single blow. At last, the dark mage has power, superhuman power, and still the only time a smile plays across her lips when she's punching the daylights out of our self-proclaimed hero. The day begins early for this aspiring adventurer. Each and every day he rises up with the sun and gulps down a helping of custom supplement made by his father. Should the custom supplement's effect wear off, he supposedly sheds his muscle at once in a pitiful transformation. Or so he says. No one's ever seen it. Huh.
In exchange for returning her boat to the sea, she says she will give you a ride. Her gaze settles on Melanie. You, my lady, are no ordinary woman, she remarks in awe.
There's a couple places I want to go to now that Melanie's kind of beefed up.
The woman but she grumbles that the sea breeze has made her hair gunky and considers returning home for a bath.
Damn, I went too fast. What'd you say the first part? We continue to wait for her husband to return, but she grumbles at the sea breeze to make her hair, yeah.
Hearing that the roaring monster is gone, the man rejoices that the fish have returned. Then he sighs, lamenting that he hasn't caught any because of a hole in his net.
Bruh.
You chased away the dragon. I knew you could do it, he exclaims, staring at Bruno with sparkling eyes. Lappy seems pretty disappointed about promising Melanie not to go with you to slay the dragon. We'll be back to play with you before you know it, says Melanie, patting Lappy consolingly.
Aww. They don't say anything about her build. Finally boarding the boat and going after the dragon. Set sail, I still have preparations to make. Is this
You will
a...
be sailing after the dragon. Make sure you are prepared for the journey.
point of no return? If so, cringe. If not, what are we doing? Let's go on the ship. Actually, question. 130.
Changed your mind, have you? Come to buy the legendary weapon after all? He whispers eagerly.
20,000 gold pieces.
You ask who in their right mind would pay so much for something so clearly fake, stolen, or forged. Well, you know where to find me, if you change your mind, he says, tucking the weapon away. It seems he has deemed you a worthy opponent. Stealing your resolve, you draw your sword from its sheath.
You say the armor-clad knight sends excluding an extraordinary powerful aura. When the knight senses your presence, he speaks to you there. I wish to challenge you in a contest of strength, he proclaims, placing his hand on his hilt of his sword. Since he has deemed you a worthy opponent, stealing your resolve. I don't know, man. He saw the woman.
About the enemy.
Huh. Weak to ice? Resist ice. Ouch.
Oof.
Weak to darkness. Alright, good to know. Let's bring her back up. Anything that applies darkness. Defense down for 3 turns. Bolt, signs of light in the darkness. Heal plus.
work.
Maybe he could have been poisoned, I don't know. I don't think it matters at this point. Why does he keep healing like this? Unfortunate. What if I defense up myself? And then another revive. Last revive? I have 2 more. Darkness. Good try. A lot of 1. This should be fine. Yeah. Oh. That's a lot of stuff. Yeah, deserve that level up. Dark proof. Reduces dark damage by 5. Bruno gains 2 levels. Hooray. Overpower. Attack damage plus 15 damage. Inflict attack down for 3 turns.
Warrior, this is far more befitting of you, he says, entrusting you with his armor. Perhaps returning to basics because of his loss, the knight swings his sword intently.
Divine armor. Legendary armor of Heavenly Knight. Huh.
Something comes rocketing down from the mountaintop. There and gone in a flash. What was that?
Monster person, who cares?
The thing that you saw tumbling down the slope was definitely a person. You're overcome with a sense of deja vu. That's right. High-speed slope rolling was all the rage in town not too long ago. You try it out for yourself and start rolling down the hill. It sure feels good, tumbling over the rough and craggy ground, like a rotating massage. Seeing how much fun you're having prompts your friends to come tumbling down after you. Everyone seems nice and relaxed afterward.
Hooray. We needed it after all that. This bit over here, right?
Don't hold back.
Cards affected with seal cannot use skills that cost gems. Oh. Skills. Not you. Where it is? Shockwave, ready aim, 5 gems, 0 elements. Why not try it? I think it would have been interesting to fight that guy with that. Freeze or Zephyr? It's one of every element. Right. Nah. Nah. Well, it's fine to me. Overpower. Do this over Bull Rush. Divine Armor. Here we go, 0 elements. Destruction. Deal attack damage plus 25. Okay. Guardian adds 5 to all allies' defense for 3 turns. Mirage. Deal 4 times damage. Alright. So what this is like. Fun. One more level up before we head on out. Damn it, I missed a corrosive again. Let's see. Items. Weather. At the town. That's the first area. Fine.
You decide not to overthink it and hand over the money. Anyone asks, you didn't buy it here, he says, repeating the last part ad nauseum as he hands it to you. Of course, she was on the black market.
Ooh, Phoenix Flame, plus 19 attack, plus 1 defense, plus 1 speed. Holder of the Sacred Sword. The protagonist's strongest weapon. I've got divine armor now. I've got a big ass sword. 3630 is not bad. And I'm glad I had the extra money to get out of here. Save the data. We'll do it here. We'll do save slot 2 in the future in the case that we can't return. Yeah, set sail.
Just as you are about to leave, Oreo comes to see you off. It looks like he has something to say. According to him, the dragon flew to the west, where there is an island called Mount Medica. Rumor has it they are actively researching medicine on this island. He thinks he can use their knowledge in his work. Understanding his father's wishes, Bruno nods. Say no more. Mount Medica. Something stirs deep inside your chest, but you blame your imagination and board the boat without another thought.
Your heroes finally face the dragon at the top of the tower. Mid-battle, the one-eyed man arrived to fly away with the dragon, leaving only a muscled mage in their wake. The heroes board a ship to trail the dragon, conquering the ocean. The voyage is aimless until war pierces the dawn. Would-be heroes hang out over the deck, their eyes fixated upwind. The ominous silhouette of an island looms ahead. There they find a strange village that exudes an old odor. It exudes an odd air. Wow. Odor. The Isle of Blight. They stinky. Dragon Tower. This car is silent.
Wasn't that so much fun? Riddis can hardly contain her excitement as she seeks a similar reaction from Melanie. Sure, Melanie croaks, her face a sickly shade of green. The custom supplement has worn off completely.
No, she was so good though.
Riddis turns to you and carries
as far
on.
as damage and health and whatnot.
Wasn't that just the greatest? You, however, are a bit worn out, as your mid-voyage teasing of Melanie prompted her to wring you like a rag. Your first order of business should be a sweep of the island to ascertain the dragon's whereabouts. Tread carefully, as danger lies in the unknown. A road stretches west from the docks, suggesting the presence of a house or settlement at the other end.
The path leading west away from the island's wharf. I want to go north.
Large boulders block the path before you. Alas, you must turn back. Looks like it's too early.
Yeah. Back down to 18. Man.
Excellent.
Yikes.
You take the lead, taking in the island's scenery. It all looks unsettlingly familiar to you. A white-hot streak of pain shoots through your head, feeling as though your skull will split in two. You grab your head as if holding it together and drop to your knees. The searing pain erases any hope of recalling the memory that felt primed to return to you. Beads of sweat are pouring off you now as you struggle to keep your head in one piece. Drink this, Bruno insists, offering you a bottle of headache curative. You greedily drink it down, desperate for relief. The pain begins to ebb, and you hurriedly resolve to press on.
All to see.
Don't hold back.
Oh. Purple mushroom is new.
Nice work.
Definitely weak to fire.
You won't be able to climb that.
What the hell are these things?
lucky.
I think they're slimes. They are slimes. Nice. How many level up? We're gonna leveled up. Jack of all trades. Collect all skill cards. Restores 20 HP to all allies. Artist levels up. Nice.
The bizarre rock transformed into a treasure rock.
Nice. Damn.
After a time, you happen upon a village. This place, you mutter unconsciously.
Mark crows softly, but doesn't quite sound himself.
Perhaps he is as anxious as you are about this place. You two okay? Melanie asks. You open your mouth to reply. Only to notice the ambush a moment too late. Repel the monster attack.
Yeesh.
Fortune favors the bold.
I'll figure it out later.
I was lucky.
Aw, Mark got a level up. Hey, level up for me. $15. God. Other necessary requirements unlock the poison slimes enemy story.
Not even a rock climber could get up those steep.
Who knows? Level up. Fulfill the necessary requirements unlocked undead fungos enemy story. Nice. The map is filled up to a point, so we will go right next to here and actually call it a session after we read those two enemy stories. Monsters. Slime. Known to many a traveler as the death slime, the poison in these gelatinous cretins can consume flesh. Reports of poison slimes swallowing creatures whole are not uncommon. They are nonetheless, the meter makes them highly approachable, but those who get too close are rendered immobile and soon eaten, which is disturbing take on togetherness. Undead fungo. Undead fungos with a surfeit of poison in their system release a scent meant to simulate a predator's appetite. The predator are all too aware of this and thus steer clear. Only the most desperate humans eat undead fungos, which cause these poor souls to emit shrieks in between bouts of bloody vomiting. Needless to say, they perish. Great way to end the session. That's going to be it. This session 4, Voice of Cards, The Isle Dragon Roars. Until next time, whether we play this game or any other game on the channel, I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day. Take care.